how to play Sleeping Village by Black Sabbath. For today's lesson, I'm playing a Woodrite Switchblade in E standard tuning. We're gonna be using the bridge pickup on this thing as Tony would have done. I'm gonna use this little thumb wheel here to roll it forward about halfway in the middle of the humbucker and single coil positions, trying to get kind of that P90 style bridge pickup iommi tone. We're gonna be working the volume knob quite a bit during this lesson as Tony would have done. We're gonna do the clean intro section with the volume at about 5. Then for the main rhythms, we're gonna play around 8 or 8.5. And then for that final power chord section, we're gonna ramp it up to 10. For amplification today, we're gonna be using a green Matamp GT120, but we're going to bypass its entire preamp and run directly into the echo return right here. So we're not using the preamplifier, we're just using the Matamp as a power amp. And instead we're gonna use the Does It Doom Valpurgis Iommic Overdrive. Of course, this pedal emulates the preamp section of a Laney supergroup boosted with a Dallas Rangemaster. So really chasing that live 70s Tony Iommi style Black Sabbath guitar tone. To adjust the output of the Valpurgis, I'm going to use a Does It Doom Doomcaster MOSFET Clean Boost. And then finally, for the really cool intro section to add a little bit of ambience, echo, and reverb, we're gonna use a Boss RE2 Space Echo. For more info on any of that gear, you can find links down below the video in the description. As always, you can follow along with the interactive and printable PDF tabs for this lesson and every other lesson on the channel on guitar, bass, and oftentimes drums over at patreon.com/doesitdoom. So once again, we're in E standard here. This tune modulates through 4 different keys, starting with the key of E minor. So we've got the Valpurgis engaged, we've got a Doomcaster engaged, and we've got a Boss RE2 Space Echo engaged. I'm gonna take my guitar volume and roll it down to about halfway. We're playing on the bridge pickup, so we're gonna arpeggiate through a really cool sounding chord here. Actually, the same chord that Tony used in Planet Caravan as well, but you're gonna use the open 6th string, the 7th fret on the 5th string, the 4th fret on the 4th string, and then the open 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. So we're gonna pick through it like this. You've got the 6th, the 5th, the 4th, the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 5th, the 4th, the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, the 2nd, the 1st. You're kind of slowly sweep picking through it is how I like to do it, so. With an open E note on that 6th string. Now we're gonna kick off the Space Echo and we're gonna roll the volume up to about 3/4 of the way for a typical Iommi rhythm tone. Tony always played rhythm sections with his volume about 3/4 of the way, or 8 or 9 on his SG. So now we're moving to the key of A major, just gonna give the song a bit of a more happy, upbeat feel. That's That's not the riff, but that's the scale. So just kind of atypical for Iommi to use a major scale. He did do it here and there. It's a really great effect when you bounce from some minor keys to some majors and then back. It really changes up the dynamics of the song. This riff goes like this. We're on the 4th string at the 5th and 7th frets using that open 5th string. So hammers the first 2 times and then just on the 7th. Then we're gonna slide from the 7th to the 9th. Then back on the 7th on the 4th string. Then kind of sliding up to that 14th fret on that 4th string. So that's the second half of it there. Then when I slide that out of that, I'm sliding back kind of up to that 11th fret. Now we're going to switch to the key of A minor. We're kind of using the Dorian mode here. You've got a root, an octave, the flat 7th, the major 6th, the perfect 4th, and the perfect 5th. I'm not sure Tony actually did this, but just to add a little more dynamics, I crank my volume that little bit extra and go into this section, which is in the key of D minor with these power chords. You've got the root, the perfect 5th, the flat 7th, sliding out. Then this is a minor 3rd, vibrato, and ending on the root. Then you're gonna use chords. So same notes, just power chords, then repeat. Those slide outs are important. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our new lesson videos. I want to send out a huge thank you to everyone who supports this channel over on Patreon, with a very special thanks to all of our Riff Lord and Riff Messiah tier producers. For another lesson just like this, you can click the YouTube video directly below me. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, you can do so by hitting the round subscribe icon. So until next time, always remember, Tony Iommi is your friend.